Good morning, children. Very good morning. Today in this class, we will discuss about the topic agriculture. So, regarding agriculture, it's a very important topic, and questions will be very easy. So, boys, I request to all of you, you have to concentrate the topic regarding agriculture. Number one is what is agriculture? Then, what are the important methods? What are the important methods you will apply to cultivate the agriculture in India? There are three important methods. Those methods you should know. That is primitive subsistence farming, primitive farming, and commercial farming. So these methods, sometimes they may ask you for even distinguish between. Right? And the same thing regarding the agriculture, government has introduced certain institutional reforms. What are those institutional reforms? This is very, very important for your examination. These questions you should learn very carefully. Number one, let us discuss. Children, all of you listen please. Number one, agriculture. What is agriculture? Agriculture means cultivation of crops on the land. Cultivation of crops on the land is known as agriculture. Otherwise also, you can write down agri means land, culture means cultivation. So agriculture means cultivation of crops. So agriculture means land, culture means cultivation. So agriculture means cultivation of crops. Cultivation of crops is known as agriculture. So here, for example, as you know, India, our main occupation is agriculture. Most 80% of the people concentrating on agriculture. So here we have been applying three important methods: primitive subsistence farming, primitive subsistence farming, and commercial farming. There are three methods. Primitive subsistence farming means the farming can be done by using the old tools. And old equipments. Cultivation of crops like a digging stone, hoe, stickle, animal bones. In old ages, people have been using all these tools and cultivation for crops. They are using these digging tools as a cultivation, plowing the land and cultivating crops. That is primitive subsistence farming. Subsistence farming means where the population is very high. With the density population, wherever you find such places, cultivation of crops, producing more crops, the entire crop can be used for their own survival, and the rest of the production, surplus production, sell in the market. That is a subsistence farming. Other than these two, there is another method, that is commercial farming. Commercial farming means the farming can be done only because of the business, only oriented for cash. The purpose of cash, so they have been cultivating the crops. Commercial farming. So these are the three types of methods we will implement. Clear? So now children, coming to the whatever crops we have been cultivation in the whole country according to the monsoons. So here the agriculture crops can be classified into three types. Classification of crops. You know very well. Agriculture crops. Classification of crops. So agriculture crops can be classified into three types. Number one is Kharif crops. Number two is Rabi crop. and third one is commercial crops. Number one is commercial crops, or you can say cash crops. Yes, commercial crops, or as well as you can say the cash crops. Kharif crops, Rabi crops, and commercial crops. Commercial crops also we call it as a cash crops. Commercial crops also we call it as a cash crops. Yes, commercial crops as well as you can say as a cash crops. Yes, commercial crops as well as you can say cash crops. You have the three types of crops: Kharif crops, Rabi crops, and cash crops. Cash crops also we call it as a commercial crops. Right? Now we should know about which are the what short notes they may ask you. Which are the Kharif crops? Give two examples of Kharif crops. Give two examples of Kharif crops. Examples of Kharif crops, you know, number one is rice. Rice, groundnut, millets. Rice, groundnut, millets are the best examples for Kharif crops. Give few examples of Kharif crops. Give two examples of Kharif crops. Clear? Give two examples of Kharif crops. Example for Kharif crops are: one is rice, groundnut, and millets. Millets means ragi, bajra, and jowar. Ragi, jowar, and bajra. These three crops we call it as a millets, or you can say these millets are the rain-fed crops. We call it as a rain-fed crops. Ragi, jowar, and bajra are the rain-fed crops, or we call it as a millets. These are the best examples for the Kharif crops. Which are the Kharif crops? One is rice, second one is millets, third one is groundnut. There are many. You can write down. These are the three best examples for Kharif crops. At the same time, all these Kharif crops will be cultivated during the rainy season. All the Kharif crops will be cultivated during the rainy season. That's starting from July, August, and September. That is the period. Normally, all these Kharif crops will be cultivated July, August, and September. Clear? That is first one. That is Kharif crops. And second type of crop is that is Rabi crop. What is the second crop? Rabi crop is. Rabi crops normally cultivates in winter season. Normally, the Rabi crops will be cultivated in the winter season. Rabi crops will be cultivated in the winter season. Winter means that is December, January, February. Or even sometimes it is early November, December, and January. The crops which are cultivated in these months, December, January, February, we call it as a Kharif crop. Sorry, Rabi crops. Now we should make a list of examples of the Rabi crops. You should know easily. Yes. The Rabi crop is the best example is wheat, my dear friend. Wheat is the best example for Rabi crop. Wheat, gram, and mustard. Wheat, gram, and mustard are the best examples for Rabi crop, because these crops cultivates in winter season only, that is December, January, and February, because the climate is, especially the temperature, it is mild, not more and not, the temperature is not more or not less, it is almost all moderate. Example, if you take wheat, requires 15 degrees centigrade. 15 degrees centigrade to 20 degrees centigrade temperature required. The rainfall must be 50 centimeters to 75 centimeters. So the moderate enough. Of course, soil is alluvial soil. So these crops requires average rainfall and temperature must be mild temperature. So examples for the Rabi crops are: one is wheat, gram, and mustard are the best examples for rabi crops. Clear? And third type of crop is that is commercial crops. Normally these commercial crops, only these crops will be cultivated for the sake of cash. For the sake of cash and money. For the sake of cash and money. Normally these commercial crops will be cultivated in the after the winter and before starting of the summer season. Cash crops normally cultivates before starting of the summer season and after the end of the winter season. Now we will take the examples for the commercial crops. Examples for the commercial crops, if we take sugarcane, banana and cotton, jute, tea, coffee, most of the plantation crops. You can take it, most of the plantation crops can be considered as the best examples. Okay, especially for commercial, tea and coffee, the best examples. Because cotton and jute, even though commercial crops, but cotton and jute are the best example for kharif crops. Cotton and jute are the example for kharif crops. But this can be considered as commercial only for the sake of business, for the sake of cash. So, example for commercial crops, we can say tea and coffee are the best examples. Banana and sugarcane. Banana, sugarcane, tea and coffee are the best example for commercial crops. These are the three types of crops, which they have been cultivation. So, whatever crops have been cultivated in India, these can be classified according to the climatic conditions. We can divide into three types: kharif crops, rabi crops, and commercial crops. Kharif crops, commercial crops, we also can be called as cash crops. Yes. Commercial crops also be called as cash crops because these crops we have been cultivating only for the sake of money. We need money. Yes. Cultivation, harvest, and send it to the market, sell it, take the cash, and enjoy your loveliness. In the case of other crops, not like that. They have been cultivation for their own survival. The crops they have been cultivation for own survival. The surplus production can be sell in the market, and whatever amount comes, we can spend for our own survival, for education, for marriage, for celebration of various festivals, and so on. So there are the three types of crops: kharif, rabi, and commercial crops. Clear? Now what I want to tell you in this class is regarding this topic, especially related to map. They will ask you, so because here different states have been cultivating different crops. For example, take most important cereal crops of India. Most important cereal crops of India is rice and wheat. Rice and wheat are the two most important cereal crops of India. Most important cereal crops of India. They will ask you short note. Name two important cereal crops of India. Name two important cereal crops of India. What are those? That is, number one is rice. Number two is wheat. Rice and wheat are the two important cereal crops of India. Rice and wheat are the two important cereal crops of India. Yes. Clear? Name two important commercial crops of India. Okay. Commercial crops: cotton, jute, tea, coffee, etc. Name two important rabi crops. Rabi crops in India. Yes, one is wheat, gram, and mustard. Wheat, gram, and mustard are the important rabi crops. Name two important plantation crops. Yes. When you take plantation crops, tea and coffee are the best examples. Tea and coffee are the best examples for plantation crops. Tea and coffee are the best example for plantation crops. So this you should know. At the same time, these crops are produced by which state? Yes. For example, rice you take. I said rice is the most important staple food crop of India. So rice normally grown in almost all the states. But leading rice producing states in India is India almost all, because rice is our primary food. It is necessary for our own survival. So this crop cultivated by most of the states. But which are the leading rice producing states in India is? Leading rice producing states in India are Assam, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka. These are and Orissa. These are the leading rice producing states. Of course, don't write all the states. It's for sake of knowledge, yes. Leading rice producing states, yes. Assam, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Many are there, but leading, major. Maximum production comes from these states. The entire maximum production comes from these states. Right? Other states also cultivated. Therefore, leading rice producing states. Assam, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Karnataka, Kerala, even Bihar, Punjab, Haryana, etc. So in map pointing, what they do is, down the right, rice producing state is. Rice producing state, arrow mark will be shown. Wherever they have shown the arrow mark, you should write. So which state, which is the leading producing state is? Suppose if it is in Calcutta, you should write it is West Bengal. Suppose if it is in Orissa, you should write Orissa. No, arrow mark will be shown. So always in your map pointing, the arrow mark will be shown. They put a dot, A, B, something like that, and straight away they show arrow mark. Index will be given down, rice producing state. So you should write down, yes, Assam. If it is in West Bengal, yes, West Bengal. Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and so on. Clear?